Hello, it's me, Laura. It's me cooking. I'm making a chicken dish. It's called chicken with green beans and sorrel. This is red vein sorrel, which I got from the garden centre. It's in season now. It's best if you go to the garden centres that are called nurseries, because they'll have a wider selection of herbs. But if you have a look around the garden centres now, you might be lucky and get some sorrel. It doesn't have to be red veined, it's just the normal green. I don't think you can get it in any supermarkets. It's sometimes in a bag of salad leaves, mixed salad leaves. But I wouldn't suggest you that you probably only get about 5 leaves. You know, something like that. It's not sold in the shops in this country. I don't know why. I've never actually, I think I've tried it before, but I can't remember what it tastes like. But I'm going to use it because I'm adventurous. Well, I try to be adventurous in the kitchen sometimes. Alright, if you can't get sorrel, if you like tarragon, you could use that. Could even use a bit of dried tarragon. Or you could use a little bit of rocket or baby leaf spinach. It's up to you. Or just parsley, black leaf parsley. Obviously it won't be called chicken with green beans and sorrel then, but it doesn't matter. Use any leaf you like. Alright. It's going to be added at the end because it would go all slimy otherwise, so. Alright, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oil in the pan. Chicken's got quite a lot of fat on it anyway. There's chicken thigh. In the recipe it says use for 2 people 300 grams, but I'm using slightly more than that. Alright, let's get it on. Start with quite a high heat, I think. Alright, what else do I need to get ready? I might actually just pick some of the sorrel leaves off. Can you see me over here? Got a little colander. There's not a lot, so it looks like I'm going to use all my sorrel plant. I only need 60 grams, but that's quite a lot, isn't it? For something that's lightweight, you know. There. So I'll just use the biggest leaves, I think. I will try a small leaf. Oh, no, I don't want to. I'll try it at the end. I'm sure I like it. They eat it a lot in France. It's popular in Poland. Don't know why we don't. We can easily grow it in this country. So if you're a keen gardener, actually that one looks like it's been bitten by a slug or a snail, so I don't want that one. Yeah, a few of them look chewed. I'm not happy about it. It's quite high up as well. Oh look, I'm not sure. I'm a bit worried about getting slug saliva in my mouth. Alright. That one's been chewed. I'm really angry. Looks like a lot of these have been chewed. That one doesn't look nice. Oh God, I better keep an eye out on this oil. Gosh. Let's season it with some salt and pepper. Oh, I always do pepper at the end. Well, usually. There's not much left of my sorrel plant. I'll show you in a minute. There's naughty slugs and snails. That's why I don't like gardening. Especially, you know, growing your own food. Don't see the point when it get eaten all the time. I've got hardly any sorrel leaves here. Well, hopefully more will grow up. I'm using baby ones now. Not much left on there to use really. Just tiny baby leaves. Really tiny. Alright. It's not going to be very sorrely. I've used nearly all the leaves, haven't I? That one looks nice. Tiny though. Because they're so small, I'm not going to bother cut them up. Just the bigger ones, I'll just pull them in half or whatever, or bits. So that left to go. I'll use that one. Right, let's see how this chicken's coming along. Browning up nicely, but that colour will probably come off it when I add liquid. There. It's not a lot really. I'll wash it nearer the time. See, there's not much left on there now. They look bigger, the leaves look bigger on the camera, on the screen. Alright, take that back. Be back in a minute. When you've got time, you can have time. You can leave that top there. Alright, soon I'll be taking this chicken out. Turn it down a bit. I don't like that spitting. Don't want all grease all over my hair. I just washed it today. Sorry, this is a bit laborious. I could have paused it. Yeah, I'm going to pause it for a minute. taken all the chicken out. There might be a few little tiny bits, but I just make sure they don't burn. I use 2 red spring onion heads, but just use any onion you've got. Red or white. I think white would probably be better than red, actually. Right, it's still spitting. This doesn't work. The thermostat doesn't work. I've got it on nearly 0 and it's still spitting. So cook these for 10 minutes, but obviously these would be, if I cook these for 10 minutes, they'd be like charcoal. So, about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It won't take long. Smells like onions. Yeah, I didn't feel very well yesterday. I felt like seasick, but I wasn't on a boat. I don't know what brought it on. It's horrible. Okay. To me that onion looks cooked nearly. I'll just go by when it looks soft. Don't need any browning. Things don't brown very well in Teflon. It comes off anyway once you add liquid. Not really meant to cook in Teflon pans, are you? I don't know. My mum's been cooking in Teflon pans all her life. Hasn't done her any harm. Well, she has got a spinal condition, so I don't know. You know, people worry about their fillings, you know, their silver fillings, or mercury, whatever. They're worried about radiation from microwaves, etc. You know, the scaremongers, yeah. I used to be one of those scaremongers. I've given up on it. You have to be rich to go and get all your fillings taken. I've got loads of fillings, by the way. You have to have a lot of money to go to a holistic dentist, and there's probably no holistic dentists in the UK. In the States there are, yeah. But not in the UK, I don't think. Well, there might be one. Alright, I'm going to add the wine now. I think it's wine that's next. Yes, it is. So, where's the wine? Here it is. White wine. Only need 50 mils. Alright. There. And that bit is for me. It's not more. Alright. I have to turn the heat up now, add the wine, and when it's nearly absorbed, I'm going to add the water and some stock powder, but you can use a stock cube. Be careful with water around the laptop. Don't want any electrocutions happening. Shouldn't have left that right near the laptop either. Alright, it's not bubbling away. Come on. One gulp. 2. 3, finished. I've got an empty stomach, so I might go a little bit tipsy, I don't know. I very much doubt it. Alright then, it's bubbling away. I'll turn it up even more. Don't want to be here all day cooking. Oh yeah, what was there? It was the potatoes next, was it? Potatoes. Potatoes. So I'm going to drain the potatoes. You don't have to peel them, by the way. Just get like tiny, small potatoes, or what they call sometimes salad potatoes, and I cut mine up quite small. So when this wine is nearly absorbed, I'm going to add, well, I haven't got 500 mils exactly, because 500 mils will be the top of the jug. So I'll go and get a little bit more water when I've poured that one in. The balance of the cooking the alcohol means you don't get any alcohol left. So you could eat this dish and you wouldn't. You could drive, basically. There shouldn't be any alcohol left. If you don't cook the alcohol off completely, it's nasty. So it's bubbling away lovely. It's pinkish colour. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, still making videos. I'll never give up, never give up. I'll be doing it when I'm 100 if I live that long. I doubt it. But you never know. And the oldest woman, the French woman, oh, she died some years ago, 20 years ago, what's 30 years ago, something like that. She was 122, and she was a smoker all her life, and she only gave up when she was 90, but she still went on to live to be 122. So that might be me. Now, one of my uncles died of lung cancer. He was a chain smoker. And he drank spirits. Well, no, that's nothing to do with lung cancer, is it? No, he had lung cancer. Probably started as a child and smoked all his life, I think. He was he'd light one. As soon as one was finished, he'd light another one. It was like that. He was a lovely uncle, brilliant uncle. It's one of my mum's brothers. She had 7 brothers altogether. I think one died before she was born, and another brother died when he was only a child. Or he may have been in his 20s, I don't know. He had learning disabilities, one of them. Alright, that is nearly absorbed. Just take it off the heat. I don't want anything burning. That's still going to be boiling hot, so I'm going to add the water now. And a bit more water. I probably need more than that because I'm going to be cooking the potatoes for a lot longer than what they say. Because if I do it like what the recipe says, the potatoes are going to be hard. Alright, So I'm going to bring this up to the boil. I'm going to add my potatoes now. I hope I'm doing it all in the right order. They said 5 minutes for the potatoes. I don't think that's long enough. And then another 10 minutes. That's 15 minutes. Nah, that's not going to be long enough. So I might have to pause the video again. Because who wants to watch a pan of potatoes boiling away? Yeah. And I have to charge it up at the same time. Sorry about my voice. That was like a burp that couldn't come out. Just stayed there. Oh, I have to see the doctor about my blood test results. Made an appointment for the 16th of August. So it can't be that serious. But you know what I'm dreading? Oh, it's probably just borderline diabetic or something. I hope not, because I don't want to become a diabetic. My grandmother was borderline diabetic, but she never became a proper diabetic. But she said the nuns made her a special drink, and that stopped her from becoming a real diabetic. Not a borderline one, but a real one. You know, I'd have to give up all my carbs. I virtually live on carbs. I'm not mad on protein. I do like hard-boiled eggs though, or soft-boiled eggs, and poached eggs. So I'd live mainly on cold meat, salad and eggs. That'd be alright. That'd be a very good diet actually. And what about bread? I'd have to get something like pumpernickel or something, you know, that German rye bread, which I'm not mad on. Best rye bread, if you want real good rye bread, is the East European shops. Not the Polish ones, because their rye bread I don't like. Has to be Lithuanian. Oh, it's delicious. Actually, I might make a special Lithuanian salad at some point. I don't know what's going on in the news about the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Whether the Baltic states are involved or not, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. But they're interesting countries, the Baltic countries. I know Poland's classed as a Baltic country, but they say Lithuania is the place where the blue eyes developed a long time ago. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, Lithuania, now what is it? Estonia, and they speak a language which is related to Finnish. And then underneath Estonia is Lithuania, and their language, is that related to Finnish? I don't know. And then underneath Lithuania is Latvia. And I think I know the capitals of all of these countries. And let's just look at my, yeah, I'm alright for battery. Yeah, sorry, I talk too much. Alright, Estonia, Tallinn. Is it Tallinn? Lithuania, Vilnius. And Latvia, Riga. I think I've got it right. Estonia is, the capital city is Estonia. Tallinn. Lithuania, Vilnius. And Latvia, I know, is Riga. And they do some excellent, I've not drunk them, but I've read about them, some excellent drinks, alcoholic beverages that I'd like to try. Alright. I'm going to put, can you see how much I've got there of the powder? It said per half and per litre, well I'm only using half a litre. It said use 4 flat teaspoons of stock powder or whatever. But I'm using that amount and I think that'll be enough. You can use a stock cube, should be alright. Yeah, it will be alright. Just use a chicken stock cube or a vegetable stock cube. It's up to you what you use. I'm going to put in a little bit more, yeah, for flavour. This is really good. Marigold stock. Vegan as well. But it won't be vegan when I put the chicken in. I bought something unusual. I'm terrible. And I'm not rich. You probably get the impression that I'm rich, but I'm not. I just spend someone else's money. Wait a minute. Wyanad peppercorns. I'm sorry, I haven't googled that yet. I got them in Waitrose. Wyanad peppercorns. Just tastes like normal black pepper because I put it in there. There's only a little bit of pepper left. Throw it away. I know that's wasteful. And put those fancy peppercorns in here. There's oil everywhere. I do not like oil. I hate grease. That's why I can't put suntan cream on. It never sinks in. It's just like lard, isn't it? Covering yourself with lard. It's horrible. I might do the second part of the 70s video. I think it's just going to be a two-parter actually. I'm just going to do a little bit of history, which will just be just a little bit I copied from Google, and you know, about the strikes and all that. And then I'm going to talk, because really it's from my perspective. I was going to talk about food in the 70s, and I've just found this American book. I don't know why I put it under a cupboard. It's from 1981, but 1981 is not a long time away from the 70s, so I thought it would be fun to look at some American recipes. I must say they were very adventurous. Cooks in the US in the 70s and 80s, etc. While in Britain, not so adventurous. So I'll do a little bit of segment on housing, food and hobbies. Well, it'll all be from a female perspective, unfortunately. And I'll tell you a little bit what boys liked as well. Because I had a brother, a younger brother. I mean, I've still got him. He's still alive. He's 4 years younger than me. Very nice man. He was a lovely brother. I loved him. I still love him. Yeah, I still love him. He's such a kind-hearted person. Yeah, there's nothing hateful about him or anything. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Got a half brother as well who's fantastic, but I haven't seen him for years, unfortunately. He's really nice. I know I don't keep in contact much with my family, but they are generally nice people. I didn't really know my dad's part of the family because he was middle-aged when he met my mum, and his mum had already died because my dad's mum was 40 when she had my dad and his twin brother, because my dad was an identical twin as well. Oh, I better put a timer on this. It said 5, I'm going to do 10. I'm a bit of a rebel actually. I'll do 9. Yeah, and I had 2 older sisters and a brother as well that was older. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the wine has gone to my head. Yeah, I didn't really know that part of the family. My grandmother knew me and my sister as babies, but we didn't know her. We couldn't remember her, obviously, because we were tiny. And she lived till 90, the age of about 93, 94, and when we were about 7, I think, 6 or 7, we went to visit her in a nursing home. She still had her marbles, I think, and we gave her some chocolate. But I can't really remember that day. All I can remember is when I look at the pictures of that day, I can remember a little bit. But my mum said that she was a lovely woman. I wish I'd known her, actually. Her name was Florence. Didn't know my dad's dad died years ago, years before I was born. I think he died on a bus. No, my sister said that didn't happen. I think he felt ill on the bus and then went into hospital and died. Sad. He wasn't that old. I think he was in his 60s or early 70s. I'm not sure. I knew a couple of my aunts. Well, I didn't know them well, apart from one of them. And her name was Glad, short for Gladys. And she was lovely. And she used to, when she was in her 70s, she used to come round every Christmas. And it was brilliant when she came round for Christmas. We'd stay up late playing Monopoly and cards and things like that. She was a real fun aunt. But when she got older, she got a bit crotchety. And she eventually got quite a little bit of dementia. Sadly, she died in a nursing home. Yeah, that was sad. And her sister was Connie, who I think was, I don't know if she was a year older or 2 years older or younger, I don't know. But that family, wait a minute, thought you wanted something. Yeah, and a lot of people in the family said that I looked like my Auntie Connie. And when I saw a picture of her as a young woman, I thought she was ugly. But looking back now, remembering that picture, because my mum's got that picture, she wasn't ugly at all. She was very fashionable for her, I think it was taken in the 30s or something. So she was very fashionable. Or was it the 20s? I think they like to go dancing, I'm not sure. And she was married to a Canadian, and he was lovely. We called him Uncle Bob. Well, he was our uncle by marriage, Uncle Bob. And when we used to visit my aunt and her husband, Uncle Arthur, and sometimes Uncle Bob and Auntie Connie would stay. I don't think they stayed at the house because it was too small. They stayed at a hotel or something. But Uncle Bob would take us to the park every evening. It was brilliant. He was a lovely uncle, one of my favourites. And my dad's brother, oh, I hope my sister doesn't mind divulging all this information. My dad's brother was cute. He was called Uncle Mick. He looked like my dad, but he was fatter looking, and he was just different from my dad. Just different, but it was nice, really nice. He had a northern accent as well. I don't know how he got that, because he was born and brought up in the south, in Surrey. Oh, he was a sweet man. But I only met him about, what I can remember, once or twice, what I can remember. Uncle Jack, but I can't remember him. I was a baby I was a baby then, when the pictures were taken of Uncle Jack holding me and my twin. So I can't really remember my dad's family much at all. It's a shame, isn't it? Alright. I'm going to pause it for a little while. Alright. I'm back. I'm putting the chicken in now, again. Or the beans. I'll start with the beans. Now, I think 5 minutes for the beans, or 10 minutes for the beans might be alright, but I'm not sure about the potatoes. Alright, I'm going to add the chicken. This isn't easy. Get oil all over my hands. Stand away, don't want no splashes on my clothing. To wash my hands quickly. Put them in the sink. Put all the greasy stuff in the sink. And it mixes around. I don't have the mustard yet. I've forgotten when I had it. Oh, it doesn't really matter when. Towards the end, I think. Might need to add some more water. So I'm going to put some water in my jug. And I'm going to put the lid on now. But I'll have to check it from time to time, because potatoes sometimes have a tendency to stick. Any potatoes, sweet potatoes or anything starchy can stick. And turn it down, right down. I'm going to put it on 10 minutes and then I'll be checking everything then. Yeah, the mustard I'm going to use. Plain, isn't it? It said multigrain. Is it multigrain mustard? Whole grain mustard. But I've got this Polish mild mustard. You know, it's really nice and creamy. I thought I'd just use that. I don't really like the whole grain mustard with seeds in, because they get caught between my teeth. So I'm going to use that. So there's not a lot of ingredients really. I think I'll wash the sorrel. No, should I wash the sorrel? Yeah, I will. Just hope it doesn't go all slimy. Maybe there's not more. Oh, I think I made a mistake by washing it. It's not going to have really much of a sorrel flavour. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I washed it. Maybe I shouldn't have washed it so soon. But we learn from our mistakes, don't we? Some cooking channel this is. I'm wondering if I should pause it again. I think I will. And I'm going to get the lead to extend the battery. I've forgotten now, the charger. Yeah, that's it. I'll be back soon, in a jiffy. Hello. Time to taste. I've just turned the heat down. But it's still boiling away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try a bit of everything. I'll try a potato, get a thickish piece. Oh, I'm so clumsy. A bit of chicken, but I'm just cutting it. I need a big piece really. Yeah, this one. Piece of chicken and a bean. There. I'm going to try it, alright? Can you see me? First of all, I'm going to put some of this chicken back. goes in there. Just cut the chicken a little bit off. There's no blood coming out of it or anything. Yeah, it's well cooked. It's a little bit not tender to my liking. I think I'll put it on a bit longer. I will give you a link to the recipe, and you can follow the recipe or follow the way I've done it, which is cooking it longer. A potato, just let that cool down. I cut it in half. The beans are fine. The beans are fine. Nice flavours. Potato. Should eat that one as well. Yeah. It's nearly ready. Cut the noodle. I'm going to put the mustard in now. Just give that a stir, make sure nothing's sticking. Hopefully the mustard will thicken the sauce up. It's still quite runny. They say serve it in a bowl anyway. I'm going to put the pepper in as well now. There's plenty of pepper. I'll take that jug over, I don't need it anymore. Alright, add the mustard. It was 1 tablespoon. This is just under a tablespoon, so it'll be heaped. Quite a lot of mustard. Why not? Just stir that in carefully if you're using a metal spoon. I'll just lick it clean. It's boiling hot. And put it in the wash up water. I know it's a bit unhygienic that. He's not going to use that water, don't worry. I've burnt my tongue, haven't I? I think that's more or less finished. It is a bit liquidy though. Morris isn't keen on. This is more like a soup actually, with big bits in it. I did follow the recipe though, so not sure. Just let it simmer away a little bit more. Put that chicken in the water. Oh no, it's a bit too much, isn't it? I think I can dish it up, you know. I'm going to take this camera thing off now. Oops. So you can see my lovely face. It's not that great, is it? Alright, the sorrel is the next victim to go in the pot. Turning the heat off. And then I'm just adding, with a clean hand, a smattering of sorrel. I'm not going to stir it yet, and that's what it looks like. Also, it's a steam. There. I'm going to take a picture with the e-meat thing once I stop the video, because it's gone. This video, even though I've paused it, it's gone on for over 45 minutes. No wonder you don't watch my videos. Alright, I'll say goodbye now. Bye. Shalom.